It's a shame that we have to have this conference, but it's great that we are, and helping people to overcome the barriers, whether they be race, faith, gender, disability, poverty, in whatever way people are disadvantaged. That shouldn't exclude them from taking part in sport, and if they want to try to be the best, brilliant. If they want to just have some fun, just as good.
Nike freestyle dancer Vicki Igbokwe visited the region to speak at the Regional Equality in Sport Conference in April. Lining up alongside local Paralympian Stephen Miller, Vicki took the audience through her story from humble beginnings and having to battle through tremendous odds to become a recognised athlete for one of the world's leading brands.
I would say the barrier's there if you make it. We've all got something that, you know, maybe we don't think is quite right with ourselves, is it body image or the way we look, or oh, I don't think I'm flexible enough, or I don't think I've got that, you know, I haven't got enough coordination. And especially with my sport, it is all about practice. As with any sport, you can't expect to go into one dance class and have everything there. So I say it's perseverance, it's practice, understand that it is going to take a bit of time. I mean, if you saw me when I first went to my first dance class, 2 left feet, but I loved it so much and I knew that this was the path that I wanted to take, that I was doing classes every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, on top of going to college and university as well. So yeah, barriers are there, but I feel like barriers are there to be broken down, and we have to start from within. If you've got that confidence, if you've got that drive, if you want to do it, it will absolutely happen. And I would put myself there as a prime example, coming from here and starting and knowing nothing about dance to, you know, working with Nike and the other organisations and people that I'm meeting day to day.
Diversity is the one thing we all have in common, so I think realising that people are different and have different levels of ability and are different in other ways is important, and realising that fact and not letting that hold you back at all when it comes to participating in sport is what this is all about, and making people live the opportunities that they are to take part in sport, and if people can't take part in sport despite all the barriers that might seem to be there.
The event was put together by the Regional Sport Equity Network and hosted by Ian Payne, himself an active ambassador for sports in the region. Aside from the inspirational stories from Vicki and Stephen, a number of workshops addressed issues surrounding disability inclusion within sports and leisure services. Delegates also looked specifically at ways to engage young women and black and ethnic minority populations in sport and good practice, encouraging disadvantaged communities to get active.
We've run 4 workshops today on black and ethnic minorities, social inclusion, disability and women and girls. The aim of these is to look a little bit more in depth at the inequalities surrounding those underrepresented groups when participating in sport and physical activity. We've been lucky enough to have a number of really good practice examples to be used to show everyday solutions to these issues.
At EMPO we've been working with the EFDS in the region for the last 6 years. We're fully committed to disability sport, but it's interesting to come along today to try and learn a little bit more about the other equality groups and what they're doing and how active they are across the region.
Attending a conference like this is really important for us in the sense to represent a BME view and to get more mainstream organisations involved in encouraging BMEs to become more involved in sports.
We are looking at a number of different priority areas, engaging young women, disability inclusion and over 50s. This conference has been great because it's really helping to give us some ideas about how we're going to develop those programmes. One of the programmes that we're going to be working very closely with Age Concern is around over 50s, and the Primary Care Trust and Age Concern will be leading on developing a menu of activities for the over 50s.
Statistics show that inequality in sport is an issue across the North East that needs to be on the agenda, with 60% of women not being physically active and a staggering 79% of people with a limiting disability and 63% of people belonging to lower socio-economic groups also not taking part in sport. This is coupled with the fact that over half of people belonging to black and ethnic minority groups do not participate in any form of physical exercise.
The need for the conference has arisen based on the Active People survey that took place in 2006, which gave us our first opportunity for baseline statistics on exactly, unfortunately, how badly we are doing in participation rates in this country, particularly around underrepresented groups. So this conference is about addressing inequalities, barriers and issues surrounding those participation rates and how we can come across some solutions.